Hello and welcome to an episode of Drinking the Kool-Aid. This is a comedy podcast dedicated to the mysterious. And welcome to April.
Welcome. It's actually April 1st.
Does that mean it's April Fool's Day right now?
Yeah.
And then just the episode cuts off.
We're actually getting abducted by aliens right now.
Yeah, we do like a War of the Worlds like fake broadcast.
Oh my God, why don't we? We should do that.
Well, yeah, that would have to take like forethought and planning.
That's true. We don't have the thoughts for
Instead,
that.
I literally wrote my story this morning.
We are no think.
No think. Nothing behind those sweet, sweet eyes of ours.
That's true. And we do have beautiful eyes.
Sweet, sweet, light-colored eyes that have to squint in the sun because they're... Did you know that's a thing?
Oh, girl. Yes, I have blue eyes. And
I know.
It hurts real bad.
I just didn't know because a lot of people don't know that that's like a real thing.
It hurts. It like pains me.
Oh yeah, like especially. Oh my gosh, if you're like by the ocean and it's really bright and it's like it's coming off the ocean at you, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Or like in the snow.
The snow is the worst. That's blinding.
I would go snowblind so fast if I was in an emergency situation.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah,
I look directly at it too.
I can't look away.
It's like calling to me like the void.
No, literally.
It's the call of the void, but with
and
snow.
then the little guys start dancing in there and you're like, I should look away. This isn't good for me, but you can't do it.
And it's like you're browning out a little bit.
I 100% like, you know, that Bible story where it's like, don't look back or you'll turn into a pillar of salt.
Yes, I actually do know that one.
I would look back so fast. I'd be salted up.
Girl, same.
Immediately. I am so nosy.
Salted up on a Tuesday.
I'm so nosy, and also I love to push the boundaries of rules people set for me.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
No, I have to look.
Yeah.
At all times.
All times.
If you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm also really good at pretending like my eyes are closed, but secretly they're not.
Girl,
what?
Yes, you are.
I'm so good at
that. But I'm not gonna give the example.
I know.
When that happened.
There's many. I know which one you're thinking
I know.
But there's many. I love to pretend like I'm sleeping. I'm not.
Yes, you do.
It's
and
like,
even throwing your best friend to the wolves while you do it.
Listen, you had to take one for the team on that one.
And I did.
You did. Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I love to pretend to be asleep. love to pretend that I didn't hear something that I absolutely just heard. Oh, what was that? I heard it. I don't know if this is like an ADHD or like an autism thing. Like I can hear everything that's going around me at all times.
Or maybe you're just supernatural.
I do have really good hearing. I will say that. I have really good hearing. I have a great sense of smell. Can't see for shit.
No, you're blind as a bat.
Because I keep staring into the fucking snow.
Well, stop doing that.
We don't blinding myself.
We're in California.
I'm getting blasted every week by radiation straight into my eyes.
And she literally never sees snow. And yet it's still happening.
Somehow I'm watching YouTube videos of it blasting it into my eyes. Like I can't stop. Like I'm gonna have to have an intervention.
Cassidy, the reason I called you here today, actually,
I come out, my eyes are all red, watery. I'm like, why is everyone here? You think it's gonna be because like I'm on drugs or I'm drunk, and it's like you gotta stop. You gotta stop looking directly into the sun.
It's literally like someone having like a porn addiction, but with Googling videos of snow, the sun beaming off the snow.
I buy a VR headset so I can pretend like I'm really there, so I can stare into the reflection of the snow. Honestly, the only relatable thing I think personally Donald Trump has ever done is when he looked directly at the eclipse.
Without the goggles?
With no goggles.
No, I love that.
I was like, girl, me too.
I mean,
unfortunately, me too.
Even with the goggles, I still take them off and I go,
just a peek.
Can I see it?
Just a peek. Yeah. Just a little tiny little peek.
Oh, I've done it every time.
Yeah. And I'm not blind.
I'm here.
Well, I'm not. I don't see great.
You're blind. I'm not. I think I have 20/20 vision.
I've just kind of accepted that I don't see real good.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I like to see things sometimes, so I'll wear my glasses when I need to see things. But if I don't need to see what's going on, I don't wear them.
I mean, sometimes you want to be like, I don't want to see that, and you take your glasses off.
That's honestly like
that's none of my business.
That's so.
And
real.
if I can't see it, then I can't comment on it.
Well, the hardest. Oh my gosh! Speaking of taking my glasses off, the hardest part was I went to go see Project Hail Mary.
You did,
and I saw it in one of those moving seats that like it like gyrates you and then like vibrates you, and you're like going. all over the place.
I just can't believe you did that. The D-box or whatever?
Alone. I went alone too. Middle of the day.
know.
It was at noon. My showing was at noon.
I know. You said you were crying and gyrating.
I was like, because I'm in one of these motion activated seats and like they're in space. So like anytime they do like a crazy like camera tilt or move, they like tilt your seat.
Well, yeah, there's no gravity in space.
Yeah,
so you can't have gravity in the chair.
I was feeling light as a feather.
Stiff as a board.
Yeah, you get it. But the problem was I kept crying. I cried at like 4 different parts during this movie. It's like a 3-hour long movie.
No, I need to see it.
And crying. And I had to keep taking my glasses off to wipe my tears away. But it's like the most beautiful movie you've ever seen in your life, like visually.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stunning. Like just incredible, 10 out of 10. And so I had to keep taking my glasses off. And so at one point I was like, I would like have one at a time. I would just switch sides who got to see.
So you can still see.
So I could wipe my tears. And then also still
the fact that you're doing this like while you're like gyrating in the chair.
Yeah, so imagine while I'm explaining this that I'm also like vibrating violently
and like moving around.
Sometimes it's like rocking you. Sometimes it's turning you to the left or the right.
Yeah, like this whole scene is very confusing and also interesting.
When I was there was 4 people in the once again it was a noon showing on a Thursday, not a Wednesday. And there was 4 people in the auditorium, a couple behind me, and then randomly a girl that I know
right next to you.
Yeah, who was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey," and she was like, "I have no idea what this movie's about, but I took an edible this morning and I just smoked a bowl, so I'm ready for some space." And she was also in the D-box, so I was like, "Let's get crazy with it."
I support her, and also now I kind of want to take an edible and
experience space
and go in the D-box.
Honestly, I think I have to see every movie in the D-box now.
My biggest concern is the motion sickness. I am so bad with that.
So Kate was asking me about that. Kate, who is our third musketeer, she also gets motion sickness.
Yes.
And she said, like I want to do it because I was like talking about how great it was.
I want to do it too because I love rides.
Yeah.
Like it seems fun.
I don't know. Because I don't get motion sickness ever, I am not a good person to ask because I don't know. Because sometimes I'll be like, that'll make you motion sick for sure. And you're fine. And then other times I'm like, that made you sick?
I have an idea.
Okay.
I'll go in like the middle of the day like you did so there's no one in the theater.
So you can move if you get sick.
So I can move to a regular seat.
That's smart. That's perfect. Yeah, that's a perfect way to do it.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah. But yeah, I loved it. I was like, I got to start seeing every fucking movie like this.
I would like, because it does seem fun. I love like to immerse myself in the experience.
Yeah.
Like that sounds fun.
Yeah. And it's like, it's pretty subtle. Also, you can turn it off.
Oh, why didn't you say that?
Sorry, I totally forgot about that because I cranked it all the way up. I was like, give me fucking level 4 or whatever.
Yeah, if I can
cranked
turn
that shit all the way up.
That baby off, then we're good to go.
Yeah, you should try it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah. And you can also like turn it down. You can make it like really subtle. I had to turn it all the way up. So I was like, I was fucking all over the place.
Yeah, you were fucking pulsing and
I
shit.
I literally was like, thank God I didn't get like a soda or something. It would have just been like all over me. Just crying. I'm covered in Diet Sprite.
That would have made the escape room really awkward.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think I'm addicted to escape rooms now too.
Cassidy, the way I woke up this morning going, where can I do another escape room? I need to do an escape room in every state. I need to go to an escape room at all times. I need to be obsessed.
Is there like a professional league I can join of escape rooms?
Okay, well, we're not good at them.
We did pretty good on the first one.
We had a lot of hints.
We had a couple nudges.
Okay, so
because Max was a great guy.
He was. So yesterday, me, Cassidy, and our friend M from And That's Why We Drink went to an escape room because let me tell you something, guys. Everyone needs to get a friend like M when you say like, oh, I've never done that. And they go, okay, we're doing it. I'm coming to Long Beach and we're doing it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, they texted me at like 10:30 the night before and said, do you like escape rooms? And I said, yeah, I love them. And they said, cool, I just booked us one for tomorrow at 4 o'clock or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah, you were like, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sounds
I was like,
good.
all right, you got it, brother.
That's the kind of friend everyone needs in their life, I think. Otherwise, I would have never thought to just like go and do one on a random Thursday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we go to this escape room where, what was it? The Wizard Trials was our first room.
Yeah, Wizard Trials.
And first of all, I've never done one of these before, like a live one. I've only done the virtual ones. That shit is hard as fuck. they don't tell you what to do. So you just like go into this room. Like they kind of tell you what to do. They kind of tell you your goal.
Those ones are like very much like explore and figure it out. I've only ever done one before. And it was like we were given like almost like not instruction manual, but like a first clue, basically. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't given
we were not really given like a first clue.
So we just had to walk around and touch things.
Yeah, that's why I was like confused at first and was like, well, let's just get a hint to like get us started.
Yeah.
But now once I got it, I was like, oh, okay, you're just supposed to fucking touch everything and figure it out.
But I love this so much. Like you're immersed in this world. So whatever room you pick, like it's, themed.
Yeah. And you love a theme.
We love a theme. And it just feels like you're in, like, it felt like I was in the Wizards dungeon tower thing or whatever the fuck we were in. And then like, as we're touching things, like another secret door opens and then you're in this other room. Like
you're in like the garden.
I'm just so obsessed. I want to do it again so bad. And then we loved it so much that 2 hours later we were like,
yeah, so we went and did it. And we went to go to this like tiki bar that's right next door.
Another themed.
And which is also themed. And so we talked more about how much we just wish every single thing that we could do in our life was themed. And as we're sitting there, we all kind of like, I kind of wish they would have like been like, hey, if you do another one, like it's 30% off or it's like half off or whatever. Like I totally would have done it. And then we were like, should we just do it anyway? So we book another one for like an hour later. We go get some burgers and then we go do like a horror themed one.
The Insane Asylum.
Amanda was screaming her little
You were screaming off. Too.
You were screaming.
I wish so badly that they had a video of us in there because you also were screaming. When that door opened the first time, you ran.
Well, I was because my hand was on the handle. It was terrifying. I don't want to give anything away.
I did pee my pants.
But I was scared.
Twice.
And then I'd like lay on the ground and do some stuff with some magnets.
You did.
It was crazy.
And then at one point, we get into another room where it's like a doctor's like spooky place or whatever.
It was like an insane asylum.
Yeah, with like blood on the walls. Yeah. And I'm looking through this glass and through the glass, there's another room. And that's the room that we have to get into. And I'm looking into this glass by myself. Em and Cassidy are working on another puzzle. And all of a sudden I see this person in a bunny costume staring at me through the glass. So I start screaming and I'm going, guys, look at the bunny. And of course, by the time they look, the bunny's gone. So I literally look like I belong in an insane asylum.
She was a paid actor.
It was crazy. And then afterwards we asked them, we were like, do you normally do that? And they were like, no.
No. So if you live in the Long Beach area, it's on Pine. It's called Panic Escape Rooms.
Yes.
Here's the thing. It's a chain. They're all over the United States.
It's so fun.
So yours might also be great. We're not sponsored by them, obviously. I wish I was. Please sponsor me. I would love to be the tester of that. And then they could use us playing it as promotion. Imagine.
I'm sorry.
How do we get this to happen?
The three of us were so funny in there.
Remember when
they loved it.
We were a little bit.
I was drunk in the second one. I was so drunk during that insane asylum one.
We were definitely those people that are like, guys, we should have a reality TV show. You know,
we're like talking to the person that's looking at us.
I was like called because there's like a game master who like introduces the game to you. We're like we're literally like being like, fuck you, Max.
Yeah. He liked it.
And we're like, Shy, what are you doing to us? But yeah, so if you are in the Long Beach area, I can vouch for that one. That one's great. I would assume all of them are great. They have good reviews online, but yeah, and it's super immersive, really fun. The horror ones are actually scary.
Oh my God, it's so scary.
Yeah, it's like worth doing for sure.
The way I need to go back. I'm pissed now because we've done 2 out of the 4, so they need to start.
But they said
more.
They're building 2 more upstairs. Yeah, and they have the VR ones.
I want to do every single one of them.
Yeah, me too.
I literally woke up this morning just being like,
I know. That's why I'm like,
room.
I want to get a VR headset for myself so I can just play escape rooms at home.
We've been talking about this for like 2 years.
It's probably, I feel like it's got to be good for your like cognitive abilities.
I think, should we just pull the plug?
Just do it.
Or do we have any like really rich people that listen that can like
Does anybody want to send us
VR
headsets? Because they're expensive and we're broke.
Please? Anyone?
We're just making ends meet here.
Does Elon Musk still listen to this pod?
We ran him off.
Oh, he stopped. He stopped listening.
Oh yeah, we had a big week. We saw a lot of our friends. We got to go this was very fun. We got to go to Spotify headquarters in downtown Los Angeles and see our friends Let's Get Haunted do their very first live show.
It was awesome. We were so excited to just like support them. Obviously, we did a collab with them a couple months ago. Nat and Allie are amazing. And it just watching them do their first live show was so great. Like they were so quippy with each other. They like, I don't know, it just like pumped me up.
It was exciting because they're so funny. I mean, both of them are so funny.
Yeah.
And they were somehow funnier in person.
Yeah.
They kept pace so well. So like every moment you're like, what is like something new and exciting is happening like every 5 seconds. It was very interactive with the audience, which I loved. So like when they eventually go on tour, which I hope that they do.
They will.
And they should. Book that ticket. It's gonna be worth. Like that was amazing. That was so fun. And they are really just like the sweetest ever. They waited after the show and took a picture with everybody who showed up. And then we went and got drinks with them afterwards and just chatted with their haunted doll. It was great.
Oh yeah. We were passing around their haunted doll like it was a baby.
Oh yeah. So we were with Ed and Chris from Scared All the Time as well. And the way I was like holding it and like cradling this haunted doll.
No, every single person was, and like I feel like no one was even thinking about it.
No, and then
like we were just all holding it like it was a baby.
Ed goes, "Why are you holding it like that?" And I was like, "You want to hold her? You're jealous." And he starts holding her and he's talking to everybody and he starts rocking the baby.
Yeah, he does.
And I was like, it's such a weird like natural instinct to just like rock the doll like it's a child.
And he was rocking her while he's talking, so he is not even fully aware of what he's doing.
No, he's just like instinctually doing it. And like me and him were like joking because I was like, neither one of us want kids. So I was like, wow, look at our maternal and paternal instincts kicking in for the haunted doll, but not for a living child.
It was truly something to see.
Oh, yes, I love all those people. We had a great time. We got to see a bunch of our pod friends this week, which was always such a treat because people live all over the place and
we are really lucky. Like like we had a good time.
We had a really good week. Yeah, it was really fun. Okay, so I saw a really funny post this week online. That was if you woke up and you were locked in a room with a bunch of other people and you guys all figure out that the one thing you have in common is you all have the same name.
Saw. Where's Jigsaw? That's what I would say.
What do you think?
Right?
I mean, basically, I was going to say, what do you think like you could win? If it was like you versus a bunch of other Amandas.
Oh, like I have to do it. I have to do like a thing to beat them.
Yeah, because I have an idea in my head of what I think you could win.
Of what I could win.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like versus a bunch of another Amandas. Call me Mr. Beast.
I was gonna say where I don't know where we're going with this, but I'm okay. What can I win? What am I good at? Not much.
I was gonna say a singing contest, American Idol style.
My initial I was trying to be humble.
No, this is not the time. You have 100 other Amandas knocking at your door, coming for your crown.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was trying to be like me. I'm not that good of a singer.
Me,
but
little old me.
If it was like a karaoke type of thing, I could probably crush it.
Yeah.
That would be it though. I'm not good at anything else. Okay, what about you?
Okay. Well, see, this is hard because I feel like if your name
because she's so good at so many things.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm really mediocre at a lot of things. I think I could place a solid third in like 15 different things, but first is hard.
Okay, let's see. We got cooking.
I actually do think I didn't even think about that because I was gonna say like maybe hand-to-hand combat, just because I'm a scrapper. You know what I mean?
Well, since you said singing for me, I was thinking like, just things that we're good at. Like, but not just like immediately fighting to the death.
I will say, I do think I could not only beast mode on some people, but like handily win in like a chopped style cooking competition as long as it's like other home chefs, like amateur chefs.
Yeah, so none of these Cassidys can be professionals.
Yeah, like if somebody's like, I have 2 Michelin stars, I would have to hand combat them.
Right.
And then we can do the cooking competition.
Okay, yeah. Because I feel that's my thing is like I feel like you are good at many things, but if I had to pick one, like cooking is.
See, that's the thing. I am good at a lot of things. I'm not great at anything. You know what I mean? Like I can sing, saying. But I'm not like a singer. I can play guitar, but I'm not like great at it.
But would you say it's better to be good at a lot of things or great at one thing?
I don't know. I mean, the saying is jack of all trades, master of none, right? But the full saying is better to have many than only one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's the problem is that's not how you win a competition in a room full of Cassidys.
Well, that's not true though, because not everyone is good at a lot of things.
Yeah, but am I individually battling them? I guess
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's the question.
Am I going to head in different things? Like I'm assuming I'm the one who gets to pick the competition in this, I suppose.
Like I'm assuming all the Cassidys cook a dish and then they present it to the judges. Like that's what I'm thinking. Just like all the Amandas are going to sing a song and then whoever's the best.
You know what I'm realizing? Who's judging these things? Are the Amandas judging the Cassidys dishes?
That's exactly
the Cassidys are judging the Amandas singing?
Yep. That's exactly what's happening.
I'm scared of that. That's another fun question. I know you don't like really cook, but I know you have some things that you cook well.
Not many things.
If you were on like one of those cooking competitions like Beat Bobby Flay or whatever, have you ever watched that show?
I watch it every single time I'm on a plane.
Yeah. So what you do on Beat Bobby Flay, if you haven't seen it, to our dear listeners here, you pick like your signature dish and then you make your signature dish and then Bobby Flay makes his version of it. What do you think you could beat Bobby Flay with?
That's not a lot. Not a lot.
Because I'll tell you what I think you could do.
Me?
Yeah. If you knew you were going on.
I don't even know if you know anything I can cook.
I was going to say your stuffed mushrooms.
Oh. My stuffed mushrooms are pretty bomb.
Are really good.
They're my mom's stuffed mushrooms,
and I feel like
obviously.
if you knew you were going to go on to beat Bobby Flay, you could like really perfect them and do them with like big ass mushrooms. So it's like a real thing that you cut into, almost like a stuffed bell pepper, you know? Because those are good. And it's your mom's recipe. So it's like a whole cool like Italian thing.
My mom's eggplant parmesan.
Do you know how to make it?
I made it once and I fucked it up because I'm not a good cook. So I didn't cook the eggplant long enough. So it was like not as soft as it should have been.
Yeah.
It still had the taste though. Like the taste was there.
Yeah.
But that's my mom's eggplant parmesan. Like that is my death row meal.
Yeah.
Like that is my favorite fucking meal ever.
Eggplant is so hard because if you undercook it, the texture sucks. And if you overcook it, it just becomes like mush.
I do like it a little on the musher side.
I would prefer it mush, obviously, than to like bitey.
Yeah. But if I guess I would have to really like hone that recipe.
Yeah, like if you had like 5 months.
Yeah, I could probably
perfect it.
I would say stuffed mushrooms or eggplant parmesan. The only thing that I cook now is like sweet potato tacos. That's about it.
Sweet potato in the taco?
Mm-hmm. It's sweet potato, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, spinach, garlic, and onions.
No meat?
Nope.
Interesting.
I know you don't like sweet potatoes, but they're so good.
I have beef with sweet potatoes.
I know.
Because it's like just be a potato or be sweet. I don't know. I don't have time for both.
Me and my husband love sweet potatoes.
I know. You guys eat them all the time.
We do.
Apparently, if you like cook a sweet potato and then put it in the fridge and let it get cold and then reheat it, it makes the like fiber really good for your gut.
Really?
That's what I heard.
Oh.
Don't quote me on it. I'm not a doctor.
She just plays one on TV.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
Okay, what would be your Bobby Flay meal?
You know, I've actually thought about this a lot because me and my dad used to love watching Beat Bobby Flay.
I do love that show. It's fun.
It's very fun. Yeah.
And Bobby Flay is kind of fine.
Unfortunately, he is evil, but he is sexy.
He's pretty sexy.
Yeah, that's always how it happens.
Yeah. Not as sexy as Gordon Ramsay. Don't get it twisted.
He's no Gordon.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. Me and my dad always talked about this because this has been a show that me and my dad have watched together for a really long time. And my dad always says that he would make his green chili pork.
Okay.
Which is so good. Oh my gosh. And I think for a long time I was like, oh, I would probably make some sort of like pasta sauce because I love to make pasta sauce. But the problem is Bobby Flay is going to cream me on that.
I mean, why?
Because he's friends with Giada.
Also, your pasta sauce is like 4 hours and you only have like 30 minutes.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I do have, I have a quick version, but this wouldn't be as good.
And that changes things.
It does. It does. So I think I would make my chicken shawarma.
Oh, I feel like that's going to win every time.
I make really fucking good, like, street food style chicken shawarma. And I have it down to such a science. I can make it in like 20 minutes. Like,
okay.
like I make my own flatbreads and everything.
And that, I'm telling you, I watch a lot of cooking competition shows, probably because I can't cook. So I just pretend like I can. That always fucking impresses the judges. When you make your own like bread and pitas
or pasta or something,
tortillas or whatever, like that is like always a huge thing.
Yeah, because I have my like yogurt flatbread recipe down to a science.
Yeah.
To heat it up and then make it crispy, and because I use chicken thighs, make it crispy in the chicken thigh fat, and so it's like you can scrape the knife against it.
Yeah.
And then I would make a side of paprika, garlic, potatoes, patata hara.
I think you won. I think you beat.
I think
Bobby
we beat
Flay.
Bobby Flay, boys and girls. And I also I know how to like whip up a sauce real quick, like a good garlic sauce.
We should apply. Let's apply you.
No, because I would panic and I would cut off my finger. And you know that's true.
That is actually so true.
You would stutter. I would cut my finger off.
I would cry, actually. I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I literally, my finger did grow back, which was really fun, but it hurts all the time if you touch it. So
something tells me that's not good.
No, I think it's nerve damage.
Okay.
But it did grow back.
Well,
but it hurts really bad if you touch it.
I hope it's going to be okay when we get your nails done for your wedding.
I'm just smiling through it.
Okay.
I'm dancing through life. Okay, so if you've learned anything from this intro, first of all, go see Project Hail Mary.
Yes.
Sit in the D-box. Live your life. Yeah.
Live your life.
Yeah, it's like $8 more than the regular ticket.
That's okay.
But it literally changed my life.
It's worth it.
Number 2, find your Beat Bobby Flay menu item.
Yep.
Number 3,
go to an escape room.
Go to a fucking escape room. And if you go to one of the panic escape rooms, tell them that Drinking the Kool-Aid sent you, so maybe they'll one day sponsor us and we can be their testers. I just want to be their testers.
If everyone goes to one of them and everyone says, I heard about you guys from Drinking the Kool-Aid podcast, eventually someone's going to
hear about it.
They're going to reach out, right?
Yeah.
Please, guys, we need this.
We love
Maybe they'll send us a VR headset.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. You guys, please do this.
It's so crazy that the richer you are, the more people send you free things.
It's so true.
Because
this makes me mad all the time. I get so angry about this.
Yeah. And they don't even care because they could have bought 100 of them.
Right.
And meanwhile, we're like, maybe one day we'll be able to afford a VR headset.
Please. I really do think that could happen though.
We do get sent plushies though. Like Anthony, aka the Bearded Cupcake, sent us more plushies, and I love plushies.
Yeah, he sent us so many.
This means more to me than any VR headset from a corporation ever could.
Basically, our entire mantle in our background is just decorated with plushies at this point.
I do love that you guys love that I love plushies.
They're just everywhere.
Yeah. And books. Thank you so much, Jay, for sending us a signed copy of Elvira's book. I literally love it.
Really cool.
And also the Leica. Is it Leica or Leica?
I think it's Leica the dog. No?
Leica the dog graphic novel.
Yeah.
And some fun Japanese little treats.
Yeah, and the socks.
Yes. So thank you so much. Well, how about we thank some other people who are making sure we keep our lights on, our dim lights on.
Yes, please. Let's do that.
Welcome to Jess G.
Hi, Jess.
Welcome to Dennis C.
Hello, Dennis.
Is this Dennis or Denise?
Let me see.
Is it Denise? God damn it. Why am I the one who does this at this point?
The way I was fully expecting it to say Dennis, but it's Denise.
I thought Denise was spelled with a C.
What?
Like D nice.
No, never. That's how you spell
Have
Denise.
You never seen that Key and Peele skit? I'm him. I'm not Key and Peele. Aaron. D nice. That's me. I can't read people's names.
Oh my God.
But here I am as part of my job is reading people's names every week. Okay, well, I can't get this one wrong. Thank you, Denise C. I'm so sorry. Zupper. You can fact check me on that one.
Maybe it's Zuper. We don't know.
Welcome to Jesslyn D.
Hello, Jesslyn.
Welcome to Samara Y.
Samara, like the ring?
Samara was actually one of my good friend's mom's names.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Samara.
And welcome to Morgan S, who your subscription. What is wrong with me?
Your prescription.
I'm losing my mind. Your prescription to insanity.
It's here.
It's here. Ring, ring, ring.
Don't pick up the phone.
Samara's coming. Your subscription was gifted to you, so go give whoever gave it to you a big kiss on the cheek. And lastly, thank you to Cassandra P for joining our Patreon. We could not do it without you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you're enjoying all of that bonus content. We have an episode of Shot of Kool-Aid coming out this week. We have that QAnon series, which is now going to become a series.
We bullied her.
Enough people requested it. I'm going to do a second QAnon episode. I'm going to do an Epstein Files episode. I'm going to do a Gamergate and Incel episode. So if you want to hear all that, that's going to be exclusive to Patreon.
I'm so ready.
You're like, I was born ready.
I was.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. You're the only reason we get to keep doing this podcast, and we just totally dig you. We also have a big birthday shout out to Emma.
Yes.
Steph, of course, as always, sent us a message and said she's my favorite person. She probably is yours too.
Honestly, we did get to hang out with her, and she is now.
She's really cool and really fun and very smart.
Yeah.
And just seems like an all-around great gal, and she's getting married soon.
That's true.
Yeah, congratulations. So happy birthday, Emma, and thank you, Steph, for being such a wonderful friend and always thinking about Emma. And yeah, Steph, unfortunately, if you're ever in the area, we're gonna make you have lunch with us too.
Yeah,
because they said, wish I could be outgoing like that, but who really needs to when you have an Emma in your life?
Well, we'll just bully you.
Into hanging out with us. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening together. Friends who listen together, stay together.
Mm-hmm.
So on that note, should we get started?
Let's get started before we actually go insane.
I know, literally. Hello. I don't know. I just yelled that at everyone.
You did.
That was aggressive.
We're excited. I'm excited.
We're excited. We're excited. We're nervous. We're scared. I'm getting married in a couple weeks. Lots going on.
Oh, also, really quick. PSA announcement, because we never mentioned it on the podcast.
What does PSA stand for?
Public service announcement.
Okay, so
I don't know why I'm sorry. I said announcement. I said public service announcement. Sue me. Okay.
What did we not say?
We didn't mention this, and I've been getting a couple DMs about it.
What?
Cassidy did find a wedding dress, you guys.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
We never talked about it.
And it fits, and it's really pretty.
It's really pretty. She looks amazing in it. We've been getting a few DMs about it, and I keep forgetting to mention it.
I've had people message me personally and say, girl, now I'm stressed out. I'm like, I need you to let me know that you found a dress, please. I do have a dress. It's very cute. It came from London, and I'm obsessed with it.
Yes. So.
And it was on sale.
Don't you guys worry your little patooties off.
It's on sale. Okay.
Wow, that was great. I also am a little tipsy, so it might not have been great.
All we ate before this was a bunch of weird protein snacks. Protein bars and protein chips, because we were like, these seem fun. And they were fun.
They were.
But then when you pair them with 2 bottles of wine, they're even more fun.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to be talking about a big one today.
Oh, boy.
That once again, I can't believe we haven't covered. So if we have covered and Amanda says it right now, I'm just going to tell it to you anyway. We're going to be talking about the Solway Firth Spaceman photo. Have we covered it?
April Fools.
Oh, April Fools. April Fools.
No, we've never covered it, but it is a bit. I think we referenced it.
I think we've referenced it in a video on Patreon about weird pictures, but we've never told the whole story.
No, we have not.
Okay, that's what I thought, because that was the most that I could find in our archives. I was tiptoeing around.
Right.
But the story behind it is actually really interesting.
I actually don't know it.
Okay, perfect.
So please tell me.
So my sources were the BBC, obviously. And then I also watched like a YouTube video where this guy like kind of broke it down, and that was from Infographics.
We love infographics here.
And Wikipedia.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take you back.
Take me back.
To 1964.
Did you tell this because you just saw Project Hail Mary and you're in a space?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Weirdly, no. But
you're not in that weird
space? I'm in a weird headspace. No, I actually this is just totally random. Because I actually changed my story this morning.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was writing this other story and I was like, I feel like I'm not making a cohesive narrative happening here. I need to change it.
Well, I feel like I need to be in like a moving seat for this.
Yeah, we got to get your D-box.
Yeah.
It sounds like that first your D-box sounds exactly like something that like a frat guy would call your G-spot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man, if you're not hitting the D-box.
If you don't get that D-box,
she's not coming
vibrating. So if I just start gyrating in the middle of this, guys,
just know she's giving herself the full experience.
Just ignore it.
It's 40x.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's 1964.
Okay.
And it is May 23rd.
Perfect.
And we're in Northern England.
Okay.
Okay. So the weather's really nice, and a fireman has the day off. His name is Jim Templeton, and he decided to take his 5-year-old daughter Elizabeth and his wife Annie on a day trip to like a little marsh that overlooked the Solway Firth, which is a body of water.
Okay.
So the area that they went to is known as Burgh Marsh in Northern England, and the trio gets to the area and it's beautiful. It's sunny. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. Are you feeling it? Do you feel it? Do you see it? Do you see it in 40X?
In my D-box.
Uh-huh. Are you D-boxed about
I'm
it?
here. I'm in.
You're there.
You're
everywhere.
Enjoying the marsh.
And when they get there, there's nobody else around. So the little girl's playing and running around. And the only other people that they see there the entire day are these two older women who are sat in a parked car, just like chatting with each other because it's just like a nice day. So there's like enjoying the view.
And why the fuck are they not outside?
But they're older, and it's like a not hiking, but it's like, it's an outdoor area. They just probably want to enjoy the view and chat.
Okay.
You've never done that? Like
gone
and sat somewhere scenic to have your little gossip sesh. It actually sounds ideal.
No, I've had it a million times, and I've also enjoyed Taco Bell in my car while I'm doing it.
Then why are you judging these two old ladies?
I don't know.
I'm coming from a place of hate today, everybody.
I'm a bitch. I don't know what to tell you.
Didn't you know? So the views are beautiful. The weather is nice. And Elizabeth was actually wearing a brand new dress that she had just gotten a few days before.
Okay.
So her dad.
From where? Because I'm actually looking for a dress right now. So if she could just link that for me.
I think it was from
Nasty Gal?
Pretty Little Things, actually.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, in 1964. So she has this new dress on. She's really excited. It looks really nice. And so her dad, Jim, brings out his camera and tells Elizabeth to smile before snapping a few pictures.
Okay.
So he only takes 3 pictures. It's, back when it's film, right? So you can't just be like, and delete all of them.
And also like see how ugly you look in half of them.
Yeah. Honestly, we got to bring that back. That's why I'm having a bunch of film cameras at my wedding instead of digital, because I don't need to see that right away.
That's ideal.
So they go about the rest of their walk. They're enjoying themselves. They head home. And like I said, it's 1964. So pictures have to be developed before you can see them. Jim ends up using up the rest of that reel of film, and then he sends it in to Kodak to be developed without really thinking that much about it.
Okay.
Until the photos are returned to him. And that's when what is about to go down goes down.
Oh, shit's about to go down.
So as he grabs the photos from the chemist who developed them, the chemist goes, "It's too bad that something ruined your shot in that really beautiful picture of your daughter."
Also, why are you looking at a picture of my daughter?
Well, they have to look at the pictures when they develop them.
Just saying.
Have you never seen 24-hour photo? 1 hour photo or whatever that is?
You never know these days.
Okay. I don't even know. I don't know where to go from there. That's just how developing photos works. They have to see the photos, unfortunately. So sure enough, he's like flipping through the photos. And when the sequence of 3 photos from that day at the marsh come up, the middle photo has something strange about it. What appears to be a spaceman in a white suit is standing directly behind his daughter's head. So I need you to Google now the Solway Firth Spaceman photo, and it will come up.
I've definitely seen this photo before.
Yes. And if you are listening right now, Google it if you are not driving. And if you're watching on YouTube or you're looking at our Instagram, it'll be right there so you can see it. So that is the photo.
And it's like so. Sorry, I don't know what my computer's showing me now, but.
You need an ad blocker, girl. You're just raw dogging ads.
I know. Just leave me alone, okay? But it's so vivid. Like, it's just so there.
Yes. No, it looks, it's not even like you have to be like, oh, maybe it's like, no, it literally.
There's no mistaking it.
Looks exactly like a white suit with the black visor and the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Jim was obviously so startled by this that he goes home and it like really upset him. He couldn't stop thinking about it and he didn't know what to do. And it's 1964. So like there's no Reddit to post on to be like, what the fuck's going on? So he takes the photo to the police.
He's like, who's this person?
Basically, he's like, okay, I like explains the situation. And the police are like, yeah, bro, like that's weird. But
what are we supposed to do?
We literally don't care. We don't know what this means.
Did the guy come after you?
Yeah.
Did you see him again?
And he's going, no, there was literally I was watching. There was nobody there.
Right.
And so the police are like, okay, brother, like good luck with whatever you're up to. And
how do I not know that's not you in a spacesuit?
Yeah, real.
Yeah.
So he also takes the photos and the negatives to Kodak to be examined. And they agree that there was no tampering and no issue with any of the film. And they actually offered a $1,000 reward to anybody who could explain or prove what had happened in this photo because it was so bizarre.
Damn.
Yeah. And because of all of this hubbub.
And also, sorry, just for anyone that's not seeing this, it's like a bare empty field behind them.
It's empty. And like I said, the only other people they had seen were literally the two old ladies who never got out of their car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this ends up getting picked up by the local newspaper. And when that becomes incredibly popular and gets sold out, it gets also picked up by the Daily Mail and other larger English newspapers. And people were obsessed.
Yeah.
It goes global. They
I
got
get
global with it.
They got global with it?
They got global with it.
When you get global with it, that's when you know you made
There's
it.
no turning back.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like literally the 1960s equivalent of going viral.
Exactly.
And instead of a bunch of mean emails and tweets and DMs like we get, they just got letters from all over the world.
I would much prefer letters. I can burn them.
And it was people claiming to know like the energy of the spirit that was in the photo.
Okay.
Or people telling Jim that clearly his daughter had some sort of superhuman psychic abilities where she was channeling something outside of our realm.
I mean, it does feel like the spaceman is like coming right out of the top of her head.
Yeah.
So maybe that is
it doesn't even like when you look at it, it doesn't even look like he would be standing on the ground. Like proportions wise.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because he's like kind of at an angle and like it feels like his feet would not based on like the height.
Yeah, because he would be so small back there. Yeah.
So it's like a very weird photo. Like once again, look it up if you haven't seen it. And like I said, it'll also be on our Instagram and our YouTube. So very strange. They're getting all these letters. Jim is kind of like, okay, Jim thinks it's very interesting. So he's kind of like enjoying people giving their theories and all that type of stuff. But like some of the letters are fucking weird, of course. And it's his daughter. So he's like, let's relax a little.
So yep.
And then even stranger, just a few days later, after the photo went crazy worldwide, 2 men showed up to the Templeton household.
If they are in black suits.
2 men in black suits. And hats.
Oh, and a hat.
Claiming to be government agents, knocked on the door and asked to speak with Jim.
These guys just show up all the time, don't they?
When Jim asked what their names were, they only identified themselves as numbers. Do you want to guess?
What numbers they were?
Uh-huh.
Is it like a common thing that they normally say?
No, just throw something out there.
669.
No, better. They were agents 9 and 11.
You did not just throw a 9/11 jump scare in there.
Uh-huh. I didn't throw it in there. They threw it in there.
What the fuck?
Goes all the way to the top.
That's crazy.
So they asked Jim to show them where the photo was taken, and he obliged. He gets in the car with them. They drive over to the marsh. He's like, yeah, we were like standing right about here. My wife was like standing right behind me looking at something. And I thought, my daughter was showing off her new dress. I really wanted to take this picture of her and this beautiful background. Because like there's in one of the other pictures, his wife is like on the ground. She's like kind of like looking at something. I think she was like looking at rocks or like things that were on the ground.
Oh, I think I saw that photo.
Yeah. And so he was like, she's doing that and my daughter looks so beautiful. So I really wanted to take this photo of her in her new dress. She had just got her hair cut. Like, she's feeling herself.
She's got some cunty bangs.
She's so freaking cute.
She is.
She's so cute.
She's got a little bowl haircut.
Yeah. Because, you can see the wife over there on the corner. She's like looking in the dirt, like looking at something. And then he's taking these pictures of the daughter. And so he's going like, here's where it was. And they're like, okay, explain everything. What did you see? What did you feel? Did you have a bad vibe? Like, did you see anything else in the sky? And Jim's like, not really, dude. Like, I didn't even know that anything strange had happened until like a week later or whatever when I got the photos developed.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have a bad vibe. We were having a great time.
It's the 1960s. How are we to know?
Yeah. Like, I didn't actually see this entity or this thing.
And it's like, it's so like misplaced, the spaceman, that if that was actually there, they would have seen it.
Yes. Yeah. And so he's like trying to explain, like, I don't know, I didn't feel anything. And like, I don't know, maybe you can find those like old ladies and see if they saw anything or whatever. And they actually end up getting so angry with him, they leave him there and they just drive off in their car and make him walk home. Like several miles.
Okay, 9 and 11.
Yeah, okay, 9/11. Not very polite.
Wow.
Once again.
Literally. Not the first time.
Yeah. So things get even weirder when seemingly an unrelated thing happens. So in South Australia at the Woomera test range, there was supposed to be a test blast of a Blue Streak missile. But just 2 days before the launch was to do their test, it was canceled with no real explanation. Okay. And allegedly, according to the BBC, it was because they saw the spaceman photo on the cover of a magazine in Australia, and it came out that two figures looking exactly like that were also seen on the test range a few days before.
Oh, so, really?
You might think, oh my gosh, that's so unrelated. Who, like, these are totally two different countries. They're like thousands of miles apart. But guess what?
What?
Strangely enough, Blue Streak the Blue Streak missile had been built at an RAF spade dam in Cumbria, just a few miles away from where Jim photographed the spaceman.
That checks out.
Yeah. There were also a string of UFO sightings in that area of Australia in the days leading up to the missile launch.
Okay. Oh, okay. Are we thinking this is an alien?
That's a great question.
Because that's not what I was thinking.
Now we are going to get into theories.
Okay.
So I'm going to go theory by theory. Do you want to start with what your theory is, or do you want to give me your theory after I give you the list of theories?
Ooh, good question. Let me give you my theory after.
Okay.
So I don't want to say, yeah.
So the first theory is that it was some sort of cloud formation behind her, that because it kind of looked like something, our brains, we do this thing where when we see things, we like to make them look like, we like to make them make sense in our brains.
I hate that.
But unfortunately for that theory, it was a clear day that day. At most, there had been like some wispy, foggy clouds, but definitely no type of like billowing cloud that would have like a shadow on it or anything like that.
In the photograph, you can see other clouds in the background.
And they're wispy and like...
This is not a fucking cloud. This is a human shape.
Yeah. So another very popular theory, and I would say this is the biggest theory among skeptics.
Okay.
Is that it is simply Annie, the wife.
No, but okay.
So if you look at the photo, so like pull up the photo and zoom in on the figure, people think that it's Annie being overexposed because she was wearing a light blue dress that day. And so she had her back to the camera, was looking off into the distance, and she had dark hair, so that's where the dark visor looking thing comes in, and that maybe what looks like a helmet was actually a wispy cloud or even a crescent moon in the distance, and she had her hand on her hip and was looking off into the distance. Okay.
At first I was like, absolutely not. But when I zoomed in, yeah.
So when I first read this, I was like, I can totally see that. Like, that makes sense to me.
But wouldn't he have known that Annie was over there?
That's the problem. Both him and Annie were like, she was like, oh, I didn't stand up and go walk behind her, though. Like, I was literally, when I saw him taking the pictures, I was on the ground doing something, and then I went behind him so that he could get a clear picture of the kid.
Yeah, like, to watch her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, I can see where it's coming from, but like,
when you zoom in, you can definitely kind of see that.
The shape, and if you're like, okay, maybe it's not white, it's light blue in the color.
Yeah.
But I also don't think like the dome on top is explained by that theory.
That's the problem.
I can see how if somebody is one of those people who's like, I just refuse to believe in anything ever, 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 and I need there to be a rational explanation, could be like, right home on this one, because that's the most believable thing. I would say.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But there's been a lot of people who have said, like, frankly, it's just not. There's no way that's the case, because also, once again, that wouldn't fix how would she have gotten that far behind her without the husband noticing? And once again, the angle, she would have to be at like such a weird angle.
It doesn't make sense for like where she would have been standing.
And he took those pictures like 1, 2, 3, right? So she would have to like get up and run over there and then run back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the other picture, she's literally on the ground closer to the camera than Elizabeth even is.
Yeah. I mean, I will say it's not a bad theory.
Yeah. But also both Jim and Annie are like, no, I even went behind the camera when I realized he was taking her picture because I wanted it to be this great photo of her. Yeah. So obviously a lot of people at the time thought it could have been some sort of spirit. Like, you know how they did like the goo would come out of people like that. And it just happens to kind of look like a spaceman.
Okay. I don't think that.
But that also obviously was a very popular theory. And a lot of the letters that people would say would be like she was manifesting some sort of entity or spirit. Good Elizabeth was. Another theory is that it was just a simple camera malfunction, that something went wrong with the camera. There was a light leak. There was something, and it caused this anomaly. But the problem is he had no other issues on any other frames in the developed film.
It's also just like, it looks so clearly like a person.
Yeah.
Or something. Like I don't know. It's just too, it's, you can just see too much. I don't know.
Well, he had his camera, the film, and the photo all examined by professionals, and they said that there was nothing wrong with any of the equipment. So, is it possible? Yes, anything is possible. People don't, experts don't think that was the case, though. Of course, another popular theory is that it was a hoax, that they did it on purpose. They had set up some sort of weird thing because they wanted to get fame and fortune, which they didn't get, for the record. It was mostly just like international attention briefly. It's not like they were like making money off of this.
This would be a really, really bizarre hoax to like come up with, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to wear an astronaut costume and stand behind our daughter and pretend like, where did this come from? Like, I don't know. It just seems so silly.
Yeah. Well, and for the record, Elizabeth herself, she obviously grew up, and she said that her parents had like kept from her a lot of what was going on because she was only 5 years old, obviously. But she said, when she was asked in a 1996 interview, she said, "We got a lot of hassle from people like you, but I was really young and can't remember much. I really think it was somebody from another planet. It's pretty selfish of us to think we're the only intelligent life forms."
That's a great point, Elizabeth.
Yeah. So that brings us to our next theory, which is obviously a very popular theory. Aliens.
It always comes back to aliens. Yeah, I don't think it's aliens.
Really? Ooh, okay. So obviously this is a very popular theory that there's some sort of alien situation going on here.
But why would an alien be in an astronaut costume?
They were booping down. I mean, we've talked about this, that who says there only has to be one form of alien that wears one type of outfit.
I know. You're right.
Yeah. And that they were booping down to like take a look around, and they were using their invisibility ship, but they didn't realize that the camera film penetrated it or something like that, right?
That's fair.
And then onto my own personal theory.
Okay, I hope I'm still waiting to hear my theory. So
that I think it could be some sort of time slip.
Yes, that was my theory.
Oh, really? Okay, twin.
Yes, twin. Where have you been?
In a different time and place, perhaps.
That's right. That was literally what I was gonna say.
Because they were doing like testing and building shit like not that far away from this area. I don't think it seems unreasonable to think that there could have been some time slip situation happening. And then the next thing you know, he's in the back of this photo, even though he was just like testing out his suit in this marsh, like either fucking 20 years earlier or 20 years before. I don't know.
That was literally the second I saw that photo, I thought that.
Really?
Yes.
That was your like instinct.
Immediately.
Okay. So I'm going with that then.
I think we're right.
Yeah.
I think we're dead on.
I did not see anything like that online. So this is like fully just
that I was literally sitting here waiting for you to say that.
This is a DTK original theory.
Yeah. Because immediately my thought was, oh, this is a time slip. He accidentally booped into the wrong timeline for 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like
back.
Time is a flat circle type thing. Yeah. Where it's just like you caught the remnants of
what was happening
years before
ago.
before or after.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Because I was like, yeah, it's gotta either be aliens or
I am. My gut was telling me time slip, so
yeah,
that's what I think it is.
I love that. That's where your brain went, because that's exactly where
like
my brain went.
like within 3 seconds of seeing this photo. That's what I thought.
We've morphed into one person,
literally.
But yeah, there's lots of people who have said like, oh, proven, debunked, and then like they'll be like, it clearly was the wife, and she's standing behind, and she's just overexposed, right?
Once again, I can see that angle.
Yes,
when you zoom all the way in.
Yes,
but it also it's like I can see it from a skeptic's eye, where I'm like, okay, sure, maybe, right? Yeah. But I don't think that
like thing where you're like, oh, everything needs to be explained, so I have to rationalize this, which I think is what happens with a lot of people who are like eternal skeptics. Mm-hmm. They're like, even if it's so rational it's almost irrational, there needs to be some sort of explanation.
Right.
I can definitely see it. But yeah, it's so bizarre.
But it looks like an astronaut.
It looks exactly like an astronaut. Yeah. So make sure you look up the photo, or like I said, see it on our YouTube or
And I was almost
Instagram.
thinking like an astronaut is in space, right? And then like maybe that astronaut somehow they're going through like a space, like a weird space-time continuum,
like
thing.
Interstellar.
Yeah, and then he gets booped all of a sudden here for like a couple seconds.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden gets back to where he was, and he's like, what the fuck was that?
If you've seen
crazy.
Interstellar, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is the Solway Firth Spaceman photo.
And I'm gonna stamp that one with the time slip.
Solved by DTK.
I think we did it personally. Because if we
another
both
one,
thought that,
another one solved by drinking the girls at drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's right. This feels like we're Mary Kate and Ashley. Like when they were like the detectives.
I need my detective hat, my detective fedora.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just saying. I think that if the fact that you and I both had that same fucking theory,
love it.
That proves it.
Love it. Lick it. Stamp it.
That's right. Wow. I love it. Great story. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Time to lock in.
I'm locking in.
All right.
Oh, is this the sad one?
It's definitely not. It's not like thrilling. You know what I mean?
It's not thrilling?
Like, it's not like silly, haha.
Oh, thrilling to me means like exciting.
Right.
Or interesting.
It's interesting.
Okay. So it is thrilling.
I guess thrilling. Yeah. That's a good. Yeah.
I think about Thriller, what a thriller movie is.
You know what? See, you're always right. I don't know what the fuck I'm like. What am I doing?
Not always, but I do know words.
Why am I
except for orangutan, apparently.
You know what? I have to tell you, it's a little I'm a little happy that you didn't know that, because you know everything else. So
I needed to take one for the team there.
You know what? Sometimes you need to.
That's fair.
So today, We're going to talk about a story that was actually, okay, listen to this. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
This was originally requested by someone on Instagram like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And I'm so sorry. I searched high and low through the DMs. I can't freaking find that original DM. I looked everywhere, so I'm so sorry.
That happens to me all the time.
It's crazy. And I usually I can search DMs and for some reason it wasn't popping up. But I did look everywhere for you, so I'm so sorry to that original person. But then one of our cool kids, Harper, requested it in like a Patreon message a few weeks ago.
So you were like, okay, it's been double requested.
Yes, I was like, okay, same story. And so I was planning on covering this last week, and then I switched it to today. And this morning, I get a DM sent to my personal Instagram account, and it was like in the requested folder, which I don't normally look at those that often or see them.
You never do.
Yeah. And for some reason, this morning, I clicked on my requested folder and saw this DM that came in like 20 minutes before. And it was literally someone requesting this story.
Oh, so you have to at this point. Rule of 3.
So I DM them back and I go, wait. Were you the original person who requested this? And they were like, no, that wasn't me.
That's so weird.
Isn't that so crazy?
Okay, well, what is it?
Okay, sorry.
I need to know.
It's just like the synchronicity was crazy.
I know. But now I need to know.
So we're going to talk about today the lore of the 1960s band, the Shaggs.
Oh, yes. I remember when someone on Instagram requested this, and because I took their other request, because they had one for me and one for you.
And one for you. Yeah. So that is what we're going to cover today. And it was just the weirdest synchronicity.
That is weird.
When I saw that DM this morning. So my sources were an article on Variety by Chris William, the Music Museum of New England website, Deadline by Damon Wise, Far Out Magazine by Tom Taylor, and of course, Wikipedia. We're very singy today.
We are. It's the wine.
Yeah, which is crazy because I'm covering a band. So this story has a lot going on here. So lock in, guys. Bear with me here. But we are going to start at the very beginning with a man named Austin Wiggin Jr. So Austin grew up in the small town of Fremont, New Hampshire. And his mother was always somewhat of like a fortune teller, a palm reader, you could say.
Witchy woman.
A witchy woman. We love a witchy woman, you know? And one day when Austin was a young boy, his mother decided to give him a reading. She said, give me your palms. I'm going to read them. So she's looking at his palm and she tells him that one day he's going to meet and marry a girl with strawberry blonde hair. The two of them would then go on to have 2 sons, which were going to be born after her death. So she was never going to meet them. And then she says after the sons, he's going to go on and have more children, including 3 daughters who will one day form a band that would become extremely popular.
Okay.
Now, for me, although obviously everyone knows this on the podcast, I subscribe to psychics. I fully believe that there are real ones. I also believe that there are fake ones. But I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm getting this reading. From now on, I'm not looking at anyone that doesn't have strawberry blonde hair.
Really?
Right? Like if they're like, you're going to marry a woman with strawberry blonde hair, I'm not any blonde or brunette that's coming up to me. I'm dodging. I'm like, get away from me. You're not my wife.
Oh, okay.
That's where my head would be.
See, I would say I make my own fate.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
But, not everyone is like that. And in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think Austin might have been kind of more like me, where he was probably like seeking it out.
Yeah. So that could also be like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because who knows? What if you date a blonde and then she decides to go strawberry blonde?
That's fair.
Just saying.
No, or he makes her.
No,
like, you should dye your. I'm just after
saying.
You get to know Austin Wiggin Jr., you might think he might. Okay.
I just mean like in general. I'm like, I wouldn't limit myself to strawberry blondes, because what if you start dating a brunette and then they're like,
and she dyes
I've always wanted to go strawberry blonde, and you're like, oh, that's the sign.
And that's fair. That's a fair statement to make. Yeah. Clearly, I would have given up on the love of my life, probably. So good thing that never happened to me. So anyways, Austin, he grows up and he soon meets a woman named Annie. who has strawberry blonde hair.
Annie, that's the same name for
I
my
know,
story.
I thought that
that's
too.
So weird.
Yeah. Synchronicity. And after Austin and Annie get pregnant with their first child, Austin's mother passes away.
Which is exactly what she said was going to happen.
And their first child was a boy. So far, like all the fortunes are kind of becoming accurate. They're coming to fruition. Then they have a second child, another boy. So we're 3 for 3 so far.
Mm-hmm.
And then their next 4 children after that were girls. So the Wiggin family grows up pretty poor, I would say. Austin worked in a mill and Annie was a stay-at-home mom. So they're taking care of 6 kids on just his salary, which, you know, wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Austin was a bit of a hard-ass parent. They were very religious, so he didn't allow his kids to watch much television.
How are you going to be very religious and also be like, my psychic mom told me I have to marry a redhead?
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little contradictions happening here.
Well, Austin is a very polarizing person.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. And you can relate to this. He didn't allow them to watch certain TV shows or movies or listen to secular music. But when the 3 older girls, Dot, Betty, and Helen, became preteens, that's when Austin decided that they clearly must fulfill that final fortune that his mother had given him. And apparently this guy was like so kind of just Looney Tunes in his mind about this, like fulfilling this prophecy, that he would regularly make his family hold seances to try and contact his mother to get more information.
Sorry, how is that religious at all? That's like the opposite.
You tell that to Austin Wiggin Jr., okay?
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you. So one day, Austin comes home with these like old ass, crusty, dusty instruments that are completely out of tune, and he hands them to Dot, Betty, and Helen. And he's like, you're going to learn how to write and play music, and you're going to form a band. And they're like, we what now? What are you saying? I don't understand. And he's like, this is what, like, I'm telling you what you're doing. And once again, like I said, Austin was a very, very strict, hard-ass parent.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that he said, they were not going to go against him.
Yeah.
Like, he was the type of guy that was, like, going to crack down. So they're like, well, okay, Dad, like, whatever you say goes. If you want us to learn these instruments, we're going to learn these instruments. And then soon, Austin ends up pulling his daughters out of school completely so that they can focus all of their time and energy on learning this music. And the girls did not want to do this. They were not interested in doing music. They wanted literally nothing to do with it.
Yeah, and they're old enough at this point where it's like,
yeah, they're like teenagers.
So they're also like learning from scratch. Like everybody knows if you want to be like a prodigy, you have to start so young, like on this kind of stuff. So like they're gonna suck.
Yeah. But he was determined to get them to form this band, like his mother had said.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't care. Like, you're gonna literally practice 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I don't even care that you're not learning anything in school.
Yeah.
Because this is what you're doing now.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
So the girls literally knew zip about music. They weren't allowed to listen to any music. Like I said, like literally worship music was all they could listen to. So they didn't even know any of the different genres. They didn't know what music sounded like. They didn't know rock music, pop, anything. So like, how are you going to just like hand them instruments and be like, play music if they don't even know what music is supposed to sound like?
Yeah.
But that didn't matter to Austin. He just said, teach yourselves how to do this. Like I said, they would literally play music from the moment they woke up to the moment they went to bed, all day, every day. And then for an hour before bed every night, he would make them do calisthenics, which is just like strength training and like jumping jacks and stuff, every single night for an hour before they went to bed.
Yeah.
And if he didn't think that their rehearsals were good enough in the daytime, he would make them practice again before they went to sleep.
Okay.
Like, he's an insane person.
Yeah, yeah.
The only other thing that these girls were literally ever allowed to do besides music and calisthenics was literally just hanging out with their family. So they would go to church as a family. They would go to the grocery store together, all as a family. Every single thing they did was all together. And that was basically these girls' lives for 3 whole years.
Yeah, it's like a cult.
It's literally a cult. Yeah. And the entire time that these girls are doing this, so once again, I said 3 full years nonstop doing this, they never once found a new passion or a joy for this music. They literally hated it. They were like, we're so bad at this. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
So it didn't matter like what the daughters wanted for their own lives. It just mattered what Austin wanted for them.
Yeah.
And he had one goal in mind, and that was for them to form a super famous rock band. He was like, they're literally going to get famous if it's the last thing I ever do. So after 3 years of nonstop rehearsing and writing songs, Austin tells them that he booked them their first gig in front of a live audience.
Wow.
And immediately the girls are like,
nightmare.
No.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. What are you talking about? We are not ready for this. Like, and even though it's been literally 3 years, every single day, 7 days a week, rehearsing and practicing and learning music and writing music, they were like, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah. No, I get it, because that's like, I don't know, when you're just not passionate about something, like I made the joke a couple episodes ago about when I was in cross country.
Yeah.
And I would run every day, but then the second somebody wasn't watching me, I would walk or I would hide.
Yeah. Because you have to,
because if you're not passionate about it, you're not going to actually practice it, and then you don't actually get better. Because so even if you have the guitar in your hand, if you don't give a fuck and you're not actually practicing it, you're just kind of like noodling around, you're not going to get better.
But also, how the fuck do you practice guitar if you don't know what it sounds like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't put them in music lessons or voice lessons. He handed them these instruments that were out of tune, so they don't even know how to tune them.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have anything to go on. They're literally just strumming, and they have no idea what they're doing. But unfortunately for these girls, they were living under Austin's roof.
Yeah.
So they literally couldn't quit, even if they wanted to, which they did. So he brings them to their first gig, which ends up just being a talent show in a nearby town. So it's not like an actual gig.
Well, that's probably better for them.
Yeah.
There's going to be some 12-year-old singing Brother Bear when they can't remember the lyrics.
Literally. So he puts their name on the sign-up list as the Shaggs, and that is what their band name became, which was obviously named after the very popular haircut at the time called the shag.
Got it. Like you say, obviously, when I was about to be like, why the fuck are they the Shaggs?
You know the shag.
No, I know, but why would I assume it was from a haircut?
I don't know. Because it was the 60s, so I was just assuming.
I thought it was going to stand for something like sisters having a great time.
I mean, you're close. I like that.
You like what I'm
I do.
cooking up over here?
I do. So the girls, they go up on the stage and they perform their song, which was a cover of a country song. So it's not like one of their own original songs.
Okay.
But within seconds of playing, the audience starts booing and screaming at them, and they start throwing soda cans because they're just so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the girls had to stand there for the 3 minutes of the song, didn't stop playing, and just had things being thrown at them and being booed at.
Yeah.
Which is so humiliating. And and they were so humiliated. So after they were done, like I just said, they were mortified. They were embarrassed. And they were like, we don't want to ever go through that again. That was horrible. But Austin was like, I don't care. You're just going to practice more.
It's crazy to me that they're just so bad.
They're so... Well, and we'll get there, but they're so bad.
Oh, no, I know. I've heard the song that is actually quite it's ironically popular.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. There's a lot of artists that actually are this is subversively very good.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole point of the story.
Yeah.
So they go right back into rehearsing and practicing every single day. They're doing their calisthenics every single night, the same old song and dance. And after Austin felt like they were once again ready to get back out there and perform, he booked them a gig at a local nursing home where they did perform their own original songs, including Dot's song called It's Halloween, since this performance was on Halloween.
Perfect.
And this time, the response to their music was pretty good.
Okay.
Now, this was a nursing home.
The mostly deaf dementia patients loved it.
Exactly. I was going to say, listen, I don't know if this had anything to do with maybe some bad hearing, some hearing aids being out of out of tune, out of whack.
I will say when I played violin, which I was very bad at, they would always make us perform at nursing homes. And I think there was a reason for that because they were mostly deaf.
This checks out.
We were bad.
They don't hear that like
yeah, they can't hear the really high pitched the bad stuff.
Yeah, all the old ladies are like, yeah,
they're just vibing. Great. They're just vibing to like the low notes that I'm hitting. The only good ones I can hit, the low ones.
Yeah. So they were like, that went pretty well. We didn't get booed at. No one threw their dentures at us. We're doing great. And since that gig went pretty well, Austin figured it was time for them to have their own residency. And luckily for him, the Fremont Town Hall was trying to get the town to have like a place where teens and families can go and hang out and eat some food and dance like every Saturday night. Like they wanted to really build a community.
Yeah.
So he was able to somehow get the Shaggs to be the Saturday night band at this town hall event.
Yeah, why not?
And even though the girls were pretty embarrassed and, scared that they were just going to get booed at all the time, they actually ended up really enjoying doing these shows because it was a way for them to get out of the house. It was a way for them to be around people their own age. So it was like almost an escape for them.
Yeah,
in a way.
Sense. Yeah.
And eventually the whole family got involved too. Their older brothers, Austin III and Robert, would join them on stage and they would play instruments. And then even their youngest sister, Rachel, would come up on stage and she would play bass in the band.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah.
Throw a monkey in there.
Literally anyone could do it.
They don't know how to play their instruments. So what does it matter?
Anyone could do it.
Yeah.
So just get on up there. You pick an instrument and you get on up there and you play. But even though the music was not great, some locals even referred to it as painful and torturous. People still seem to show up every Saturday night.
I mean, there's nothing else to do, brother. Sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah, and like, listen, don't get me wrong. It wasn't always peaches and cream. Like sometimes people would come in and just like kind of awkwardly dance to the music and have a good time. Other times, like younger people would come in and they would boo and throw things at them because they were having fun doing that. So it was like a kind of mishmash situation.
Hey, as long as they paid the cover charge.
Exactly. And then after the Beatles, you guys know the Beatles, they start getting big.
That little indie band from England, right?
Yeah, just that. I mean, like maybe if you don't know them, Ringo, Paul, what are their names? George and
Harry. No.
Styles? John. They started getting big in America. And Austin realized, oh, that's going to be my girls one day. They're going to be as big as the Beatles. And he realized he needed to do more for the Shaggs. They needed to be on TV. They needed to be on the radio. They needed to go on tour. Like this is...
Get them on late night.
Exactly. This needed to happen now. So in March of 1969, he takes the girls to Fleetwood Studios near Boston, Massachusetts to make a record. When the girls got into the recording studio and started to play their songs, the studio engineer told Austin, I don't think you should waste your money right now and do this. Like, I just don't think the sound is quite there.
It's bad when the person that you're paying to do it is like, this is actually so bad. I don't even want to take your money for it.
Literally, both of the engineers were like, I don't think this is a good idea. And Austin was like, nope, we're doing this. I want to get them while they're hot, is actually what he said. So they spent an entire day in the studio and recorded their debut album, Philosophy of the World.
Perfect.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And you guys don't know that just took me 20 times to say because Cassidy's editing that out. So thank you so much.
You'll hear it in the bumpers at the end of the episode or in the bloopers, not bumpers.
Damn the wine. Okay. Now, the songs on this album, they're all written by the girls. The lyrics, the melody, the instruments, the song titles, everything, right? They did it all.
Yeah.
Austin had no say in it. The only thing Austin had to say in it was when he was like, that doesn't sound good, keep rehearsing. But he didn't write any of the music and also doesn't know what music is supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot. So this album is basically the epitome of kind of like what I said earlier, just music what music would sound like written by people that have no idea how to write or play music or what music is supposed to sound like.
Yes.
That's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
Dot even has stated that she didn't know anything about songwriting. So she would just write about things that were like around her that she would like see or know about. For example, their most infamous song, My Pal Foot Foot, Dot wrote about their cat named Foot Foot who would often run away and get lost, and then they would inevitably find him somewhere. And then some of their other songs were just kind of like about what they were feeling, with titles like Why Do I Feel? And What Should I Do?
Mood. That's me every morning. Why do I feel? What should I do?
What should I do? So I am going to play a song. I know Cassie's already heard it, but I'm going to play a song. We can't play it on air for copyright purposes.
We'll play like 3 seconds of it and then you can find it yourself.
Yeah. But I just want Cassidy to just
re-enjoy.
And then I'm going to play It's Halloween because I do feel like this is kind of,
that's their hit.
I like this one personally the best.
Guys, there are bands that like intentionally sound like this on purpose. I need you guys to know that. So like that is I think like why. Okay, sorry. Like this is I'm putting on my musician hat. Okay?
No, please.
I for a very long time was very strictly involved with only professional musicians. There are bands that try to copy this and literally can't because there is something about it that is so genuine.
Yeah. Yes, that is a huge thing in this.
Yeah. And some people think that it is almost like one of the highest forms of art, actually.
Yes.
I had an ex who believed that pretty firmly.
About the Shaggs?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And was like, they inspire me to like free form. It's almost like when I'm trying to compare it to like another, like it's almost like abstract art.
Okay, I can understand what you're saying.
Okay. Where artists are like an abstract artist might look at something like a child did and be like, God, I could never be that free. Like I could never. I'm playing by so many rules.
Yes.
And you're making your own fucking rules.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I've heard the Shaggs quite a bit. I think I have a CD.
So when I heard. I hope you do, and I hope
it's probably in my car.
I really hope you find it. When I first heard this, I was like, "Oh, they're not kidding when they say like,
no, it's all out of time.
They didn't know how to play instruments.
Yeah,
like they genuinely just didn't understand. Like it, and you can hear that. You can hear that they have just never heard music.
Yeah, they don't know what it's supposed to sound like at all.
And I do understand why people are like, that's so inspiring.
It's also fascinating.
Yeah,
it's fascinating because like all of our taste, everything about us is influenced by the things that we consume when we're children, the things that our parents have us consume or don't have us consume, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's like watching an amoeba grow in a dish.
Yeah, truly.
Like it's very bizarre.
Yeah.
And
like I'll read this statement that Austin wrote inside the album, but who really does make music where they're not, influenced by other things? So that's why this is so genuine.
Yeah. No, literally. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. It's crazy.
So Austin did write this little kind of snippet inside the album where he said, "The Shaggs are real, pure, unaffected by outside influences. Their music is different. It is theirs alone. They believe in it, live it. Of all contemporary acts in the world today, perhaps only the Shaggs do what others would like to do. That is perform only what they believe in, what they feel, not what others think the Shaggs should feel. The Shaggs love you. They will not change their music or style to meet the whims of a frustrated world. You should appreciate this because you know they are pure. What more could you ask? They are sisters and members of a large family where mutual respect and love for each other is at an unbelievable high. In an atmosphere which has encouraged them to develop their music unaffected by outside influences. They are happy people and love what they are doing. They do it because they love it." Which, like, okay, there are some things in that I can get behind where I'm like, yes.
If they actually liked doing music, I would be like, this is fucking sick.
Exactly.
But instead, they're kind of like slaves.
Well, so to me, I feel like Austin had this kind of idea of that, you know, genuine, kind of bad, but like also charming aspect for a long time, and he knew that that's what this was going to portray, and that's why he forced them to do this.
Well, I think if what he was saying was true, like they just loved music even though they don't have any outside
but they
influence,
don't.
I'm like, that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
If that was true, if what you just read me was actually true, it would be super fucking sick.
Exactly.
And like inspiring. But the problem is these are captives in their own homes, basically, that don't want to do this and are being forced because their mom read or their grandma read a tarot card before they were even conceived. You know what I mean? So
that's why the story is like so, like there's so much to it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like they're in a cult. Their dad is literally holding them captive in their own fucking home, forcing them to do these things.
Yep.
And then kind of something beautiful grows from it. So it's like this, it's just very convoluted.
Well, I think a lot of people also just believed that
they loved it.
Yeah. That I think that's like a big thing that.
Well, people kind of, at least the local people, the rumors were swirling. They knew that Austin was.
I just mean
asshole.
like all the like hipster ass musicians who are like, this is the purest form of music.
Yeah.
Like they all are like, no, it's like they don't want to think about the ethics.
So by 1973, the Fremont Town Hall decides to end the Saturday night concerts. And this pisses Austin off because he's like, this was basically a Shaggs concert every week. Like, where are they going to perform now? But the girls were relieved.
Yeah, I bet.
They were getting older and, you know, they were, I mean, when I tell you their age at this point, you're going to be like, what the fuck? But they were at the age where they definitely did not need to be controlled anymore, you know, by their father. And Helen, the oldest daughter, was 28 years old.
Oh my God.
At this point.
Get out, girl.
So she's still living at home. She's still under that control of Austin. And she had actually secretly married her boyfriend, who she met at one of these town hall concerts.
Okay, and you get your freedom.
Yeah. But then Austin, he finds out like 3 months later that they got married, and he goes after the husband with a gun. And then the police come to their house and they basically tell Helen, like, okay, you're 28 years old, girl. Like, you don't have to be here. You can literally go off with your husband right now.
Yeah, just leave.
And so she does.
Good for her.
She's like, I'm out.
Good
like,
for her.
I'm going to go be with my husband.
Yeah.
And she leaves. Obviously, Austin kind of decides to not speak to her for the next couple of months.
So don't speak to her ever again.
So she ends up leaving the band. And then Rachel, the youngest daughter, she steps up in her place. But then after...
But even now, Rachel's got to be almost 18, right?
Yeah, they're all old at this point.
Yeah.
Like, they're all adults.
Because I know Rachel was quite a bit younger.
Yeah, but 28... Yeah, I would say Rachel's probably close to that, at least.
Late teens.
Yeah. But then after a few months, Helen ends up coming back into the band, and then they continue playing shows, and they're playing fairs and festivals, and they even recorded another like whole album in the studio that never got released.
Wow.
Then in 1975, at the age of 47, Austin Wiggin Jr. dies in his sleep.
R.I.P.
And pretty much immediately after his death, the Shaggs decide to quit. They sell all of their equipment, and they decide to just go and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
As they should.
And live normal lives.
Good for them.
Finally.
Yeah, good for them.
After all those fucking years. So years go by, and the girls, they're living their new normal. And then members of a band called the New Rhythm and Blues Quartet, Keith Spring and Frank Zappa. I'm sure these are names you know. I don't know.
Frank Zappa is very famous.
Frank Zappa,
yeah.
I have heard of. Frank Zappa. Yeah. They stumble upon the Shaggs record, Philosophy of the World. And they become obsessed with it. They then get a radio DJ named Dr. Demento to play the album on his show. And this guy was so huge that so many people heard it, and it basically gave them this ginormous cult following that people were addicted to them. They couldn't get enough of them. Some people thought that the fact that it was like kind of bad was just wholesome, so it made it good. Like, it's so bad, it's good.
Yeah.
Other people just genuinely loved the vibe of it, loved the genuineness of it. Deborah Ray Cohen wrote in Rolling Stone that Philosophy of the World is the sickest, most stunningly awful, wonderful record I've heard in ages. And then Lester Bangs from The Village Voice wrote, how do they sound? Perfect. They can't play a lick, but mainly they've got the right attitude, which is all rock and roll's ever been about from day one. And in the 1990s, Kurt Cobain said in multiple interviews that the Shaggs is his favorite band ever. And he even has been photographed wearing a Shaggs t-shirt.
Yep. He used to wear it on stage.
So Dot and Betty, they definitely kind of like leaned into this newfound fame, like years and years and years later, obviously like way after the band had ended. They didn't play music anymore, but they did get invited to perform at the New Rhythm and Blues Quartet 30th anniversary celebration.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so they ended up performing 4 songs with them, like on stage in front of everybody in 1999.
You think it was hard for them to like play bad, the Rhythm and Blues Quartet?
So, okay, I wonder, and I'll just get there right now, but so to this day, Dot and Betty, they performed like literally as recently as 2017, 2018. They had been performing at festivals. And there's like these guys that were obsessed with them that kind of formed a band with them. And I'm like, what do you do? How do you play this music?
Because how do you genuinely play it?
I was watching a video of them
by
performing.
Genuinely, I mean like how do you make it genuine?
Yeah, because it's like these musician guys that were obsessed with them are helping Dot and Betty perform these covers for their fans.
Yeah.
So how are you're musicians, you know how to play music. So how are you doing this? And I watched a video and it like, you know, it doesn't sound quite as good or as genuine as the original Shaggs, but it definitely has like
the vibe.
Like it doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, how are you doing this? I don't understand.
I don't know either.
I don't know how you could ever play the music multiple times.
Yeah.
Because it's always different. Yeah. Right? Like you're just strumming a guitar without knowing what you're doing.
Out of tune.
Yeah.
And, you know, in a perfect world.
Exactly. So, like I just said, Dot and Betty, they've been performing reunion shows at different fairs and festivals for like their cult following, which they do have one. And they seem to be having a really good time with it.
Good
so
for them.
They're having fun.
I'm glad they got something out of it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Helen passed away in 2006. She had been I think it's pretty public that she was suffering from like depression for a long time.
Yeah.
And she was the oldest sister, so I think like maybe that could have made a big difference, like just being aware, more aware of what was going on, like the trauma they experienced type of thing. So that was really sad. And yeah, I couldn't find anything that like indefinitely said how she died, but that's what I was picking up.
That she completed suicide.
Yes.
Okay.
Because everything just said she suffered from depression for years.
Got it.
There is a documentary that just premiered at a festival, I believe, called We Are the Shaggs by Ken Kwapis. And Betty and Dot are both in that. And I feel like that might be why people have been recommending this to me.
Probably.
Because they probably saw clips from that. They were like, we want to hear this story. So here you go.
This is how I know none of you guys had toxic relationships with musicians in your past, because I've known about the Shaggs since I was fucking 17.
Thank God you guys haven't, honestly. But
Save yourselves.
Save yourselves. There was also a off-Broadway play made about them in 2011, all about their lives and the whole story of this. But yeah, that is the lore of the band The Shaggs, also known as the best, worst band of all time.
Yes.
And after all of this, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that in the end, Austin's mother's reading did come true.
It did, yeah.
Because they ended up being very, very famous and popular. Even if it was
niche famous, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of people knew about them. They were played on radio stations. Like all she said was they were going to be popular, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And in the end, even if it was way after they stopped being a band, they got there.
It did happen.
So,
well.
So maybe she was onto something.
Maybe she was onto something. She never said it was going to be fun. She just said famous.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, now it's fun for at least 2 of them.
At least for 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are, I will say, like, they lean into it.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
With that type of thing, you have to. But yeah,
But they look back on it and they go, yeah, honestly, back then we thought we were playing normal music. We didn't know what it was supposed to sound like.
Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing, and I also think it's a great example of a one family cult.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think people don't realize that that's like a thing. Because I think like the Kardashians are a one family cult, like for sure. Like that exists.
Like being forced to do it's like, you know, when we make jokes about like, oh, you're a stage mom, but it's like obviously the very intensified version.
And also everyone's so codependent on each other. Like you can't leave when you're 28. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Right. And it's like the same thing with, you see it, you know, time and time again, especially with like Hollywood families.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Sorry that I had to put you through that.
It's okay. I was just having flashbacks to being on a futon in my early 20s.
That's never good.
Never good. You don't want to be there. I didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? Okay. How about we round this out with a listener story?
Let's do that. Palate cleanser?
Palate cleanser. Okay, so this is from Jules.
Hi, Jules.
And Jules says, my name is Jules. Hi.
I love that.
My pronouns are she, her. Thank you for normalizing pronouns. Read this in M's voice. I can't do M's voice.
Oh my God. How cute. And now we're like friends
with M. Yeah. I was like, we literally with M last night until like midnight.
That's so cute.
We love M, by the way. They are the sweetest person in the world. So, okay. I've been listening to y'all's podcast for some amount of time, and I received your video message from the Spotify's 2025 Wrapped as the top listener. It's very much made my day. Y'all are always hanging out with me and yapping away while I do household chores during car rides and at work when I'm the only one scheduled. And I love it. I didn't think I'd ever have something interesting to write in about, but then my wife reminded me of the time when I was cursed by something at the Zach Baggins haunted museum. I had a work trip to Las Vegas and I made her accompany me for like 4 different museums there. I have been a longtime paranormal appreciator / enthusiast and knew that I needed to make my way to see all of the haunted artifacts that the Bagel Bites acquired. Can you tell that I also listen to And That's Why We Drink? Yeah, y'all can. Well, you're in the right place.
Literally.
While my wife thinks that it was the Dybbuk box that cursed me, who's to say? My experience in the museum actually came from the room with the witch's decapitated head. Ooh, I don't think that was there when I
don't
went.
remember that.
Yeah, what year was this? I need to know.
A real head?
I don't remember a witch room. I mean, I remember like a witch room, but I don't remember a head.
Yeah, I feel like I would remember that.
My wife was behind me and we walked in a single file with our group through the narrow space around the display. I had my right arm outstretched behind me, holding her left hand in mine. I had my purse hanging off my left shoulder, and she had her jacket and probably something else that I asked to carry for me wrapped around her right arm. After we passed the head and got a good look at it, we turned around the corner of the display and I felt my wife gently touch my lower back as if she was trying to pass me by. I was very confused. There was literally no room for her to pass, so I turned around to see what she wanted, and she was looking all around the room, still observing. Did you just touch me? I squinted my eyes in suspicion. She's a sneaky little thing sometimes. I love your wife, by the way, already. But she couldn't have caressed my back the way that I felt it because both of her hands were preoccupied. One was busy holding my hand and the other was busy carrying her jacket and other things. She didn't respond because she couldn't hear me. I was whispering very quietly out of respect for the head.
Gotta respect
the head. Believe me, learn that lesson the hard way. But once we were out and I asked for her, she confirmed that she had not touched the small of my back. It wasn't a super crazy experience, but when I returned home, some very weird things started happening in my apartment. I should have prefaced this that my wife and I are both active Air Force duty, so I was stationed in Anchorage, Alaska, while she was in Alabama. I lived alone with a cute little apartment right off of the base. I made it a point to always take my shoes off at the door because they were usually wet with dirty, melty snow. And I never wore them into my bedroom. Never. So I was confused when I started seeing these weird little brown stains appear on my carpet.
What?
The carpets were replaced before I moved in, and I had already lived there for over a year at this point. I usually ate in my living room, but even if I had spilled something, I figured I would have noticed it by the time that I spilled. I noticed these stains while vacuuming one day, and they were nowhere else in my apartment. They felt like grease or oil. It was very strange, but I didn't think that much of it. Until ... In my bathroom, a brown substance started dripping from the space from where my walls met my ceiling.
No.
Right over my shower, over my bathroom mirror, and over my linen closet. And water started leaking out of my only outlet in that bathroom. I took pictures for the apartment managers before trying to clean it. Then my apartment started to smell like mildew. I couldn't find the source of the smell, and for a couple weeks, I noticed the vertical wooden panels in my living room started to bow out. I had cubed shelves against that wall, and I had checked beneath them for any evidence of mildew when I first noticed, but now the bottom half of the shelves were completely ruined, with discoloration, water damage, and all of that just seeping into my walls. Supposedly.
Allegedly.
I had been bugging the maintenance men to come look at it for at least a week at this point, and they inspected my upstairs neighbor's bathroom for any leaks, but there were none. They didn't know how there was all of this water in my walls, under my carpets, and literally everywhere. They brought in shop fans, but black mold had already started to form. Their fix was new carpet, but they didn't know what was causing the brown leakage in my bathroom ceiling. Their fix was, let's just paint over it.
That's always a good fix.
The landlord special. But I wanted out of my lease. The last straw, yes, there's even more, was when I saw a paint bubble forming next to my bathroom mirror above the outlet, the one coughing up all of the water. I obviously had to poke it to get a sense of the texture, which I assumed would be squishy and possibly even leak, but God, was I wrong.
Oh my gosh.
My finger went through the false bubble paint, through the drywall, and created a dark hole inside of this mystery wall that led to all of this water, and yet none came out at all. Stupid wall.
Okay.
The next morning, as I'm getting ready for work, I see the smallest of bugs crawling out of the dark hole. They were so small and they were almost translucent that I couldn't even spot them or tell you what they were. Spiders? I fucking wish. They didn't say fucking. I put fucking in there for the record because that's what I felt like this story needed. I took a picture of one by my thumbnail so I could zoom in. I had an inkling and I was right. Bed bugs, just little babies, and they hadn't fed by the looks of the color. And guess what? I had to move.
Oh my God.
The apartment manager tried to tell me that if they sprayed for the bed bugs, everything would be fine, and they would just paint over my bathroom walls and recarpet my living room. But no. She tried telling me that, for all they know, I could have been the one who brought in the bed bugs. But there's no way. I've had bed bugs before almost 10 years prior, and they're a nightmare to get rid of. I had to replace almost all my furniture, books, clothes. They stain your sheets and your blankets with tiny little blood spots. They live in groups and hide in the creases of your mattress. My mattress didn't even have crevices or creases in them. There were no stains. There were no signs of me having these bed bugs at all. It was a long process to get the fuck out of there because my lease wasn't up, but I had to get my commander involved and get emergently placed in-house on a base. After my life, apartment fell apart, I started looking for some replacement furniture. I was getting it all secondhand because the military members sell items in perfect condition all the time due to constantly moving. And in pursuing the responses from sellers, I accidentally opened a long message sent months, if not years ago, prior from my father. We don't have a relationship. He's a shitty person. I was at work when I opened it, and reading it put me into a full anxiety attack. Very embarrassing. My coworkers were already worried about me because the stress of my house and moving and all of this happening, and this was the last thing that I wanted. Finally, I was able to secure a house and get the moving company scheduled. I was so relieved. It felt like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Things started turning around when I really wanted some time off to settle into my new house. So, and guess what? I got RSV. Thanks, RSV. I think I got like 2 or 3 sick days to stay at home and feel like shit. And then I had to feel like shit and start unpacking.
Oh my God.
No one can for sure say what caused these unfortunate events to unfold simultaneously, but my wife asked the question that made me stop and think, do you think we're cursed by that Jewish box?
I was going to say, I'm guarantee you Zach Bagans had something to do with this.
The Dybbuk box? I was so proud that she remembered this important haunted artifact. No, I don't think I was cursed by the Dybbuk box. I think it was that witch's head. I mean, with all this water and bugs, I'm thinking witch's head too.
That's a witch.
Yeah.
That's a witch.
I do not think it was the witch's head. The soft touch on my back in that room felt comforting and very intentional. The events that occurred when I returned home felt clumsy and disorganized, as if it was slowly getting my attention until I was right in front of my face and pushed me over the edge. Everything was just slightly annoying at first until it became unbearable.
It's a witch.
Yeah, I think it was the witch's head. I know you don't, but I humbly disagree.
I do too.
The fact that nothing had happened for the entirety of my time in that apartment until right after visiting that haunted museum makes me think that it probably was connected. Or at least I want to think that I'm special enough for something interesting to happen to me, so maybe I'm forcing the connection. Anyway, thanks for reading. I see why people apologize for writing too much because my social anxiety is telling me that I drug this out way longer than it needed to be. You're just like me for real. I have pictures for proof, but can't get them to copy and paste here. Help! ! Love you both so much. I think you guys are cool and smart and pretty and funny. Thank you for all the interesting facts that you've taught me and the laughs that you've given me. P.S. I love when Cassidy says, welcome to Things Are Getting Weird, your favorite spinoff podcast from your favorite podcast. There's something to be appreciated about the second time you say podcast. Stay weird, stay drinking, and tell your doors to stay fucking locked.
I also like when you say that. And I also...
You do love that.
I do. I always like
you
smile.
Always smile. Thank you, Jules.
I also like that you gave us those compliments, Jules.
I love a little compliment.
Needed
too.
that. Wow.
Yes, and I also love that's once again I picked these randomly, and that was from last year.
I know, so synchronicity,
and we were literally with M last night.
I know,
that's so funny.
And talked about M in the beginning of this episode.
We did because we were with them last night.
Yeah, weird.
Well, thank you so much for sending that in. If you have a story you would like to send in, did your uncle see Bigfoot? Did you go to the haunted museum? Did bugs crawl out of your wall?
That is really though, like that's a crazy situation.
Did someone trick or treat you, but all they did was trick you? Let us know.
Did someone April Fool you?
Did you get April Fools
today,
right now? Let us know at dtkpod.com/contact. You can also find ways to support us, like our Patreon, ways to give us 5-star reviews, and also buy us a beer.
Wow. This was a great time.
Great time.
I had fun.
I had the time of my life.
Did you have fun?
The time of my life. And I owe it all to you. Doom, 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 doom. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We love you. We totally dig you. But most importantly, make sure you keep that front door locked.
Make sure you keep your mind open.
And keep drinking the Kool-Aid.